everyone, welcome to Kalia. This is Mia. I hope you're doing well. Sending you some light. The last two videos and blog posts, for those who do not know yet, I have a blog, and the link is always in the description box. Okay. I have been talking about something that may have triggered you recently and led to some deeper wounds to surface. And you may have found yourself maybe reacting in ways that may have disturbed you. Maybe you were a little bit dramatic. Maybe the anger or the frustration may have startled you, that which came up from you, or just the situation itself. And hopefully this has led for you to some introspection, because this has been and is still an incredible opportunity to look within and find and see that deeper wound that you may have inside you, feelings of lack of support, like I've talked about. I don't want to go into it again, but the inevitable evolution of this process is finding more of yourself, okay? And the whole process that we have been going through these last 2 years, and for most of us much, much beyond these 2 years, just the 2 years have been accelerated, have led us, everything that we're going through, we have been going through, we went through in the past, lead us to strengthen our bond with ourself and with our source, with the divine, strengthening those two connections which are interlinked, okay, because we are a seed of the divine. And that is very important. And so looking still at what you may be dealing with today or these days, you may still feel a situation that may frustrate you. You may still feel feelings of lack, either lack of support or any other kind of lack and frustration. And I would like to recommend to you to change your focus, okay? If you are trying to make a decision regarding a situation or a relationship or a situationship or any other situation in your life, first, before you make a situation, turn inwards. Move your focus from whatever is frustrating you, whatever gives you a feeling of lack, to being there 100% for yourself. That is the guidance at the moment, and that is the conclusion of this recent process and of the whole process of healing and growth that we are going through, we have been going through. To find your resources all within yourself and within your higher guidance, the strengthening those two bonds that become one, okay? That is your deepest, most important relationship, your first relationship and your last. And everything in between can benefit from you strengthening that, okay? Sometimes people that we encounter or people that we have relationships with wobble and move away from their source and from their higher guidance for whatever reason. There is always so many different reasons and influences. Sometimes the relationship isn't for us, or the situation is something that we need to move away from, and sometimes not. Sometimes it's a momentary thing. Sorry about that. And sometimes the people that we interact with go through transformation, and sometimes not, okay? There are so many different situations, and I will not go into every possible situation. I hope that you find yourself among the general idea that I'm trying to describe. The thing is that no matter what is going on, you have you, and you can find back your stability. If you're frustrated, if you find that you got lost within an interaction or within something that's frustrating you, go back to self. Go back to self and put whatever you're dealing with on pause, okay? If you need to make a decision, like I said, just give it a moment and put your focus on you, on strengthening you, on finding your stability and your balance, nurturing yourself, holding and caring for yourself through whatever is coming up for you. Like I said in my last video, if there is something deep, which is the case now for many of us, something deep that is coming up for you to look at, take the time to do that and be there for yourself, okay? The divine is 24/7 there for you, always, holding you and loving you unconditionally. So if you feel alone, if you feel a bit lost, if you feel disconnected, then open up to that connection that is waiting for your request and your openness, okay? And allowing the divine to hold you and help you through this, okay? Like I said, take the time to look at what's coming up and heal it and release old wounds, old disappointments and frustrations. They are not part of your world anymore. You need to see how you have guarded that vulnerability and that wound to a point that did not allow you to heal it. Okay, I talked about this. Just do what you need to allow it to surface to breathe, to show you what it has to show you, and to interact with it in a way that you remind yourself who you are. You have grown, you have strengthened, you have learned so much, and you know that you can be there 100% for yourself, and the divine is with you even when you forget to connect, but much better felt when you decide to indulge and to devote yourself to that connection, to nurturing that connection, and to receiving what it has to offer. Because many times we go through life in the physical and we forget the importance of that connection that can help us so much more in the physical if we touch base more often, okay? And so if we wobble, or if someone we are interacting with moves away from their source, we need to not be carried away in frustration from their wobble, from their lack of alignment, from their lack of connection to source. Just move back and connect to ours, okay? Many times when we are in especially close relationships, we get carried away with the energy of others, or with the choices of others, okay? And we have to remember that regardless, no matter how close the relationship is, okay, we need first and foremost to take care of ourselves. And when we feel that whatever has been going on in the interaction or with someone else, we need not be carried away, not be pulled out of our own alignment. That is just the most important thing in your existence, without which you cannot obtain ultimate health, well-being, peace of mind, productivity, and of course you cannot benefit anyone else. All right? So, for example, if there is an interaction that you feel frustrated from, if the other person, and it can also be that it's both of you or it originated from you, but if, for example, the other person is out of their alignment, and no matter how much you try to help or coax or explain, all you do is get frustrated, then that frustration is you moving out of your alignment and out of your peace. And so that does not help anyone, not the interaction, not a relationship, not a situation, nothing, okay? So this is your reminder to move away, even if it's for a moment. Move your focus to yourself, even in relationships that are fabulous, all right? Close relationships that are fabulous. Along the years, there are and always will be situations that are challenging and that frustrate And sometimes you wobble and move out of your alignment, and sometimes the other person does. And that is, by the way, the case in group settings or in work situationships. Situations or situationships. All kinds of scenarios, okay? There will always be situations in which something is challenging and something is frustrating, and something has the risk, if we are too much clinging to an energy that is out of us, then we have the risk of moving out of our alignment. All right? So, most important is to move back and nurture being present for yourself. This is something so basic that we need to learn, we need to master going forward. Okay? And of course, like I said, if something is coming up recently and something is to be healed, then all the more so take that time to look at it and heal it deeply. And be grateful. I know it sounds and in some moments it sounds weird to be grateful, but it's a blessing. Because every opportunity we get to look within and see what needs still to be healed, what needs to be released, is an opportunity for us to be lighter and to be more connected and to be more aligned and to be more anchored in our personal power and in our divine connection and in our divine light. Okay? And it may also be just you, like I said, startled by your own reactions. Maybe a situation is so challenging for you that you find yourself overreacting or in anger and in frustration in an over dramatic way. And you may have thought, wait a minute, I thought I've healed all that. Where is that coming from? Okay, so just be grateful that that is coming up and showing you that actually that means that there's still something within you that is angry or frustrated or just not healed. Okay? These are just examples, but I hope you understand what, and I mean, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. If it resonates, then take it to where it resonates, okay? And just see what is calling you to be healed. And whatever it is, leads you back to the same place, and that is inwards. We are now at a time that we are being called to weed out whatever is left that destabilizes us. And before we move into really beautiful blessings that are coming into our lives as we move into a higher dimension and a new way of living and new encounters and new co-creations with soul tribe that is coming together, then we need to relieve ourselves from any residue from low vibe interactions that we may have had in the past, and any residue of lack of confidence, disconnect from ourselves, feelings of lack of support, feelings of being, not finding our place. Everything boils down to finding it within ourselves. And so all that residue we can clean and heal and release by finding the strength within, and appreciating, acknowledging and appreciating and strengthening that bond within and with the divine, and that feeling that we can grant ourselves of holding ourselves and feeling held by the divine, and knowing that we do have a place because we are here with a higher purpose, and we do have our own unique message of light to offer the world in our unique way, whatever it may be. So we do have a place, and if you have not found your place until now, it is for a higher purpose. It was designed for you to, each time you were disappointed, to come back to self and strengthen that sense of being, that sense of value that you are to find first and foremost within yourself. Because the divine created you and sees you of high value. Okay? You are here. You are here for a reason. You are here. You have a place. You are here. You have something to offer us. And if you have fallen on deaf ears until now, then know that the time is coming for you to be embraced after you find the secret key that is to embrace yourself, and that is to know that the divine embraces you, holds you in high regard, and knows that you have so much more to offer than what you may have thought and what maybe others have perceived. And if they haven't perceived your value, it's on them, it's not on you. They continue their journey to learn, and you continue your journey finding your value within. It's precious, your value. So when you find that, when you are falling in love with that value, with your depth, with your sensitivity, with your beauty, with your qualities, quirks and all, then you are aligned. Then you are in your fullest power. And then you have so much to offer us, because you will be within the power of your creation. Okay? I hope this helped someone today, or any day that you shall fall onto this video. Okay? I'm sending you much love.